Hey guys, it's been a minute since my last video. I recorded a video, but I never uploaded it. I don't know why. I guess because I wasn't looking my best, which I'm not just looking my best right now. It's early in the morning, but this is the real me, so that's really all that matters. But I have a couple of messages for y'all. I have a couple things going on in my life right now, so I know I'm aligned with somebody out there, but if you've been waiting to move, I feel like a sudden move is going to happen for a lot of you. Maybe not in the way that you would expect. I feel like some things are going to happen, which is going to force you to have to move. But don't worry. Use your energy to create instead of worry, because things are going to work out for you. I feel like this is a time of your life where you're going to be dedicating yourself to your spirit guides. I had to renew my registration sticker recently, so renewal is what's coming to my mind. So I feel like we're all going through a renewal in our own little way. Whether that be, we're doing tarot videos for people, writing, whatever it is, we're going to be using our creativity to be of service to people. Excuse me. I feel like that's a phase that a lot of us are going through right now. So I feel like we're going through a renewal. And I had a dream the other night, and it was such a vivid dream. And the dream was along the lines of me using my intuition to basically solve a murder. And I was turning in some information, and I'm not going to name the people because you never know who comes across your videos, but the people that basically didn't want me to figure out who was responsible for this murder or who was involved in hiding documents related to this murder, they were on me like white on rice. So I was definitely being watched. So a lot of you may be being watched right now. And I actually had a situation where I cut somebody off, and they kept texting me, calling me. I was not responding to the calls or text messages, and I walked outside because I was unloading groceries out the car, and boom, they rolled by. So and it's crazy because I was watching a reading, and it was like somebody is stalking you, and they may ride by. They're riding by looking for you. And I'm like, oh shit, that literally just happened to me. So I'm aligned with somebody. I know that's happening. That's happening to somebody right now. I'm not the only one being watched. But about the murder, I know a lot of you are very intuitive. And, there may have been a relative of yours, I would say, or a close friend. It could be or a close friend. Probably more so a relative that you were very connected to that passed away. And this relative more than likely passed away due to black magic. And this relative more than likely had a will or insurance policy that was dedicated to you. A lot of us are in a situation where, we've been manifesting and we've been waiting for that next step. And, spirit will always provide. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, but it's for a reason. We have to deal with people who try to stop us and block our blessings. But like I said, it's for a reason, because that shit only makes us stronger. That shit only makes us tap into who we are. And a lot of us, we don't know who we are. We just know we're going through a journey, and we just know we're going through a situation. But it's for a reason. Like I said, you're more than likely highly intuitive, and you're very gifted. Sorry, I'm parked at the park right now, and I see somebody walking by, and it was kind of a distraction. That's a message. People are trying to distract you right now and throw you off of your path. I knew that was a message because I just kept looking up. And like I said about the move earlier, these people trying to distract you and throw you off your path more than likely may cause you to level up or cause you to move all of a sudden. We're ridding ourselves of a lot of energy that doesn't belong right now because, like I said, we're getting ready to dedicate ourselves to Spirit and what Spirit would have us to do to be of service to people. There is a big shift going on. And like I said, things are definitely working out for our favor. It just may not be in the way that we anticipated. It may not be in the way that we wanted to see it. I'm a big stickler on that. Like, I work so hard, and I want to see things happen the way that I planned the shit out to happen, okay? But Spirit has to constantly remind me, look, you are not in control. We co-create, but at the end of the day, I have to say so. I rearrange the pieces how I want the pieces to be rearranged. So follow my lead and let's co-create. And that's one of my biggest struggles because in my mind, like, I get tired of being patient. So I will literally say, okay, Spirit, I'm still for you, but let me just take matters into my own hands and let me do this, and this. And you can do all that, and still Spirit will show you in the end that Spirit is in control and it's not up to you. So, I receive my messages, but I still receive my lessons as well, So yeah, I feel like the death of the relative is something that's probably been on your mind for some time. Maybe something that came to you and maybe you you released it for a little while. Maybe you weren't able to find out any information on it, but that was for a reason. So trust that will be uncovered soon, mainly by you. And Nancy Drew keeps popping up in my mind, and I used to love reading those Nancy Drew books when I was young. So I feel like a lot of you are kind of like a mini detective. And a lot of you probably use your intuition to decode things and figure out things. It's like you always probably get a hunch and you're like, I know something ain't right. I know something isn't right. Well, you're always onto something. Always listen to your intuition. Always follow your gut instinct. So I don't know if this was a father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, but somebody left you something. And these people that are watching you, they know that you're highly intuitive. They know that there's a possibility that you could use your intuition to figure this shit out. And once you do, their ass is grass. So they're on you right now. So there's somebody that Spirit is asking you to release and to cut off. And once you do that, I have a feeling that things will start to flow a little bit more smoothly. That's part of you taking your power back. These people think that they can control you and they can move the pieces to the puzzle how they would want it to be. They think it's okay to, use black magic and put curses on people and, steal people's money. But Spirit is not going to let it go down like that, okay? Period. So, I don't know if I brought the deck that I intended to. but I know my downloads were a message in itself. But I will definitely pull some cards, excuse me, and see what other messages Spirit has for us. So yeah, if any of this resonates with you guys, please drop a comment down below and let me know. I know I said I was going to make a video every week, but I need to work on being more consistent. But I'm telling you, it's not always the easiest thing to be consistent, especially when it comes to tarot. So that's something that I know that I have to work on. A lot of times when I'm getting downloads and messages, I'm just kind of stuck like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Oh, Lord. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, what's going on. Meanwhile, that was a message. So somebody's been in a rut lately, and you've been feeling like you don't know what's going on. You haven't been feeling yourself. It's because you have a major download coming through. And a lot of times it's hard for us to receive those downloads if we're not eating properly and if we're not drinking properly. So staying hydrated. I know I'm drinking coffee right now, but I of course will have to chase that with some water because your girl gets dehydrated too. So pay attention to the downloads that's going on, and also you may have some negative energy surrounding you, which could be in the way of you getting your downloads as well. Like I mentioned earlier, somebody's watching you. Somebody's definitely trying to throw you off right now. So I would just, like I said, pay attention to who it is that Spirit wants you to cut off. If you have to meditate and ask Spirit who this person is that you need to cut off, do that. But more than likely, you already know who this person is because you've probably been going back and forth about this person already. Like I said, more than likely, you're very highly intuitive. So, I may need to pick these cards up. This card says, have hope and faith. You are lucky right now. You are very fortunate. And no matter what is happening to you, no matter what is happening to you, everything will work out for your highest good, okay? Just because you endured pain in the past does not mean that you will always stay there. So you're definitely in transition right now, I would say. Like I mentioned, a lot of you have been waiting to move, and I do have a feeling that that move is happening. If you feel like things are kind of falling apart right now, I promise you it's coming together more than it's falling apart, because you've been doing the work. Like I said, it just doesn't always look like how we would have it to look. You know, we have a parent. All right. So for some of you, if you had that nudge that the person that you need to cut off is a parent, that's a message for you, honey. That's confirmation, okay? And wow, like I said, my dream was very vivid. And I wasn't going to say the shit at first, but fuck it. If they find the video, they find the video. But yeah, I had to cut off a parent. I did. So what's been happening to me is more than likely happening to you as well. Keep your boundaries firm and in place. Keep your distance. You don't have to return any phone calls and text messages. Even if they know where you live, just keep your protection up. Do your rituals, and Spirit will take care of the rest. But if you can show Spirit that you are receiving that message to cut this person off, and if you can show Spirit that you're strong enough to cut these ties, then you're going to get your blessings, okay? For a lot of you, your parents are holding on to your blessings and they probably spent your blessings, okay? But you will get it back. That's okay. Spirit gonna make sure of that. I see patience popped up right here. You may just have to have just a little bit of patience. And like I said, that's my that's my struggle point, is the patience part. In my mind, I'm like, okay, Spirit, if you revealed this information to me, just let the shit be a domino effect. Let me get my coins and let me move the fuck on. But sometimes it just doesn't happen that way, okay? Sometimes there has to be a series of events, because sometimes Spirit wants to teach that person a lesson, okay? At the end of the day, you're an angel. You know exactly who you are. You're highly gifted. And, Spirit puts you in situations for you to overcome so that you can teach other people. So, even though your parents are physically older than you, you're spiritually older than your parents. You've been here before and you've already reincarnated. So, you're teaching your parents a lesson, okay? And for some of you, your parents sold out a long fucking time ago, okay? So, they just have to deal with what they have to deal with, okay? And I see detour right here. So, Spirit is putting a lot of us on a little detour. Like I said, even though things aren't happening the way that we panned it out in our mind, it doesn't mean that it's not happening for real, because it's happening, but it's just gonna happen in the way that Spirit wants it to happen. And I guarantee you, Spirit knows the way that it's supposed to happen. We may have an idea of how we may want it to happen, but Spirit knows best. And how we may want it to happen may not always be the best option, unfortunately. I'm telling you, this is my lesson all the time, y'all. But I feel like if we just follow Spirit's lead, cut off these people that we're supposed to cut off, trust in Spirit, don't have no fear, then we can't lose, baby. We know who we are at the end of the day. And you will get what's coming to you. You just have to believe. Yep, you have to believe and you have to be open. So like I said, have faith and trust in what Spirit is revealing to you. Go into meditation so you can receive those messages firm and clear. And as long as we do the work, which is the spiritual work, not the physical work, because often I always tell myself I can, do some things in the physical to speed up the process, but it's a spiritual journey at the end of the day, okay? A lot of these people we have ties to, we need to cut it off, because at the end of the day, we have a soul tribe, we have spiritual parents who we connect with in spirit, our ancestors. They can serve as a parent if you need a parent. This physical shit don't really matter at the end of the day. That's why it's up to us to tap into who we really are. If we get too caught up in this physical shit, then it's going to be a lot of things that we don't understand. So we need to meditate, connect. Like I said, cut off this person. For me, it's a parent. For some of you, it's a parent. For some of you, it may not be a parent, but it may be a parent figure. Like I said, Spirit will always serve as who we need at that time. If we need a mentor, if we need a friend, if we need a parent, Spirit will handle that for us, okay? As long as we do the spiritual work, that's all that matters. And I'm going to have to pick up those cards that I dropped. I see new moon popping up right here. So a lot of things may be transitioning and happening for us around the time of the new moon. So I would pay attention to that. And also do a new moon ritual that may be significant for someone. Your candle magic. I see sibling right here. So for a lot of us, we need to cut off a parent and a sibling, may know exactly what's going on. They may have some information about this inheritance that we're supposed to receive. So a lot of people are holding out on us right now. And a lot of people, like I said, are watching. So your parent may have your sibling watching you. If you had a sibling, add you on social media recently, if y'all weren't friends and now they want to friend you, yeah, they could be siding with your parents, unfortunately, playing their part because they probably stole some of the inheritance too. Um, it was definitely a group effort. It wasn't a one person thing. Yeah, some people ain't telling it all. And if you can, go back and think about when, this particular person that's on your mind passed away. Think about who balled out around that time, who was getting new cars and getting new luxuries and earthly things. Because these people in your circle, in your life that you need to cut out, they did this shit for clout. They wanted to ball out. They wanted to have these luxury things that they didn't need. And unfortunately, they feel like it's okay to, throw you under the bus. If you need to unfriend some people, see meditation. If you need to unfriend some people, then do that. Right now, you need to take care of your mental health. Don't go crazy trying to figure out, well, why this? Look, inheritance. I can't make this shit up. You got some fucking missing documents somewhere. Your parents and your siblings know about it. For some of you, if it's a parent that passed away that you think left you something, then it's the opposite parent that has something to do with this shit, okay? And your sibling, they know about it. They've been plotting against you the whole time. Don't make nobody, don't let nobody make you feel like you crazy, okay? You're not fucking crazy. If you've been getting, and it was 2222 on the recorder when I said that, so that's a message, okay? If you've been seeing that number or been seeing twos and this message is for you, period. Don't second guess the shit. Like I said, if you've been going crazy, going back and forth, no, my mom wouldn't do this to me, oh, my dad wouldn't do this to me, cut that shit out, okay? Spirit is giving you the messages for a reason, and this is part of your spiritual growth. And this is part of you gaining a relationship with spirit and with your spirit guides and ancestors, okay? So if you believe in them and trust in them, then trust in the messages that they're giving you as well. Abundance popped out, okay? So you finna be balling out. Like I said, if shit feel like it's falling apart right now, it's because you trying to do too much. You trying to make this puzzle piece fit where it don't fucking belong. Spirit trying to give you some motherfucking money. You just need to cut these people off, and Spirit will find a way to get you your money. It's crazy. Block. Okay, so like I said, if your sibling just added you on social media, block them. They stalking your shit, going back and reporting. They're being a fucking spy. We don't do that shit over here, okay? You ain't finna fucking spy on nothing I got going on, okay? Block, block, block. Block them from your phone, your social media. Don't text, don't call, period, okay? If the motherfuckers come by, then leave them outside waiting, okay? It's crazy shit. But I can't make this shit up, though. Alignment. So as you cutting these people off, you're coming to alignment with spirit, okay? Because all this shit happened for a reason. This shit was already pre-written. These people already know who the fuck you were. You've been knowing who the fuck you are, but it's just time for you to step into it now. Okay? At the end of the day, you're not the same as your family members. You're put into this family with these family members for a reason. Only so that you can discover who you are. They've been jealous of you the whole motherfucking time, and you've been doing it. They've been telling you to your motherfucking face. So why would you think they wouldn't do some shit like this to you? It's crazy, I know. But this is what people do. People are demons at the end of the day. People sold their motherfucking soul for money and earthly riches, okay? If you've been wondering why your path is a little bit harder, this is why. Because you already got something coming to you. The shit was already written out. You've been abundant. You've been rich. You just been going through this situation so you can figure this shit out. And so when you do get your motherfucking money, these motherfuckers are already cut off. And you ain't gotta share shit. You gotta give to the less fortunate. You gotta take care of your family. I mean, your family that you created. If you have kids and a spouse. But not to these family members that done plotted against you the whole time. How they think they gonna plot against you and think they still gonna come out winning? Like, they better go find somebody else to play with. Yeah, because we are not the one. Therapy. See, these people are fucking crazy. They got a fucking mental issue. And they don't let these motherfucking demons take over their vessel. It's time to let these people go. Cleanse. Yeah. We need to cut these people off. We need to cleanse. Like I said, we're going through a renewal right now. And as we meditate, get on our rituals, we're gonna be becoming a whole new person. This is just part of our journey. This is just one little pit stop. Like, this ain't no final destination, okay? Like, we're gonna keep going and going and going and going. It's a marathon at the end of the day, not a race. And these people will not be invited to eat with you, okay? They done chose their side. And they done made their bed. Once you cut these people off and get your inheritance, get your abundance, you know, like I said, you're going to be of service to the Most High. You're going to be using your natural skills to cater to the people. You're a humanitarian. So you're supposed to be of service to the people. So all this, like I said, is just a process. This is just, a pit stop, not the final destination. So at the end of the day, you had to go through this. I know it fucking sucks, but once you change your mindset and your perspective and understand who you truly are and see yourself as a spiritual being rather than a physical being, it'll make more sense to you. I know I struggled with that for a while, and these people in your family will act like they really your friends and shit, but you know how that shit go. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. These people are only keeping you around for their conscience. They don't give a fuck about you. They're just trying to make it easier on themselves so they don't feel that guilt. Excuse me. That's it. That's all. Cut them off. You got abundance coming to you. You got inheritance. You knew that death was fucking fishy and you were right. Trust your intuition because you knew all along. And you knew that you were supposed to get some motherfucking money. And you will get it.